Welcome to the mighty Magalor adventure in Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. My name doesn't really matter, does it? I guess it does. My name is Brian Saviano, BricksOBrian, the guy that you occasionally watch play video games, because why not? It's more of the Kirby. More Kirby, because Kirby's a great game, and the Magalor Epilouge is the most notable thing that they have added to Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. It's the entire new campaign added at the very end. And as I alluded to, if you ended up watching the minigame video I did, showcasing all the Kirby minigames, I actually already played all this. I accidentally recorded the audio for the game and the audio from my microphone on the same track, which means you can't hear diddly squat. So, can't have that. So now I'm going to replay the whole thing. You might say, Brian, why are you wearing a hat that looks like a parrot? That's because it'd be a St. Patty's Day. Recording this on the March 17th at 4:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I figure, why not go do a little bit of the Kirby? A little Kirby recording here. Anyways, Magolor woke up to find his mystical magical thing, so you are playing as what was then seen to be the enemy of Kirby Return to Dreamland, and you need to regain your powers as you go through the main campaign of this. It's a fairly short excursion, but it's a meaningful one, no matter what. The powers are really nice, but they are fairly weak as you first start off, but it's a lot of the same Kirby controls. You're just getting this done with Magolor instead. So it's all pretty, honestly, it's pretty self-explanatory, everything about the game mode, but I'm excited to play through it and just talk shenanigans as I go through and play on a little bit of the St. Patty's Day, as I told you before. My name is BricksOBrian. They call me Brian Saviano. They call me Bobby Cotton. And you know, BricksOBrian is very fitting today, especially considering, you know, it'd be a St. Patty's Day. So yeah, it works out pretty swiftly. This is Polly the Parrot. That is a piece of crystallized fruit. That means I need to get, what, 5 of them, I think? And that's just number 1 right there. So it's not 5 complete worlds, but it is 4 complete worlds and a bunch of challenges all along the way that allow you to go through these levels even more quickly than you possibly think they are. So I'm going to play through essentially all of this. I don't think I'm going to leave anything out. I might skip over a couple things because I realize they're not, they're kind of, whatever. So you'll see what it's like in a little bit. So there are these 5 gauntlets you got to light up, and they require a piece of the fruit. Ooh, then there's a little glow, and there's a little flame. There you go. Currently having a little bit of the Keurig machine, the go-go machine, as it was deemed by Bree, who was so kind to purchase it for me, so that way I could stay caffeinated and energized throughout all me videos I got over here. So that'll be the theme of today's video. The whole backdrop is green, and I'll just randomly sputter into a Irish accent that may or may not be accurate. But I am BricksOBrian, so I got a little bit of a namesake here. I also am part Irish, in case any of y'all are curious and you're like, oh my goodness, Brian is, you know, insulting all the Irish people by doing this really awful Irish accent. It's like, no, I'm Irish, so I have a little bit of clout at least. I'm Italian, Irish, and Greek, which is a wonderful combination of things that works super smoothly. So this is actually the last remaining part of Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which is great, because that means I can move on to other games and do other things, man. This game ended up being fairly long, all things considered. So many levels to get through and things to see, and it's worked out pretty nicely. So the main thing you got to do in this game is essentially get the highest combo you can, given all the abilities and things that you have. So you have this down bomb ability, you have this, you know, mystical thing going to the side, going up. Your flutter is actually, it's a little bit better than Kirby's in a way, the way that you're flying around, but you do not have much health to start. So health is one of the things I would recommend you level up as soon as you possibly can, because you're going to be moving pretty quick throughout this entire game experience. So getting a decent amount of health is going to be very important, and that way you don't be a Goomba in a cake like me. My challenge is actually going to be to try not to die throughout the entirety of this thing. We'll see if I can maintain that, or if I'm just going to keep on having that big Goomba energy. We'll see how things end up shaking out. But anyways, yeah, I have no plans for St. Patrick's Day. I plan on just hanging out, meowing it out, and doing all the things, you know? So that's my agenda. I actually just got up from a nap because I was up super late at night thinking about taxes. I woke up at 5 or 6. What was it? 5? It might have been like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was really bad. So don't be like me and think about taxes when you don't necessarily need to. Well, you do, but you let the professionals handle it, and that's pretty much how it goes. So you see these doors right here, you need to be a certain level in order to access them by upgrading your weapons here. So using 50 of these magic bean things over there, I can upgrade this to level 2. I can upgrade this to level 2. I can upgrade this to level 2. You guessed it. And then I'm going to do the levitation. You guessed it, up to level 2. So now, by me having the level 2 on there, I can access the door, get inside of here, and beat the level, hopefully with ease. So that's the plan. You level up fairly quickly. Like I said, this is a fairly quick game experience overall. Gonna do this. Nope. Okay, I guess I'm doing that. Right here, then right here. Yeah, there we go. So that's the only benefit to me playing this game already, is that I know exactly where to go and what to do. So that kind of works out really nicely. And you do have some like really interesting floating abilities with Magolor. So as you're seeing, like I'm floating around like really swiftly. And like you can actually stay in the air in one spot a lot more often by comparison to Kirby, who just kind of floats and floats. You have to really struggle to keep one like area. So it ends up working out really nicely for Magolor there. And by the way, I'm wearing, Polly the Parrot as a crochet hat, in case you're curious. You're like, yeah, what is this thing? This is the parrot from my children's book. You can literally see him right over my shoulder right there. Pro Gamer's Guide to Healthy Habits, that is my children's book. And I'm wearing it because one of my wonderful community members, fans, adoring moms, whatever you want to call them, out of the Mom Squad, a Mom Squad member, wonderful person, Kristen, was wanting to make, oh, see, that worked with the string, really cool. She decided to make crochet versions of some of the characters from the book as hats, and they may or may not be making crochet versions, or rather, I totally phrased that wrong because I'm still coming down from the nap. There may or may not be other versions of, never mind, okay. So I guess that's the first fail of the playthrough. Cool. There may or may not be smaller plush versions of the characters being made available soon for the 5-year celebration of BricksOBrian, but there's more details on that to come. That is not anytime remotely soon. Has to be a lot of stuff before that happens there. So make sure you stay tuned to that. I obviously have the big versions of each of these characters. They have been also made by Kristen very generously, contributing her time, her energy, her efforts to make them as a gift for me, which I honestly felt really bad about, because I'm like, you know, you put a lot of time into this, into all of these, and I feel like I got to do something for you. So at some point, I'm going to get Kristen, I don't know, not a BricksOBrian gift card, but like something at some point, some way, somehow. And she's like, oh, you're not going to do anything. But that's not what you do, you know? When people do nice things for you, here, pro gamer tip for the video. When people do nice things for you, you should treat them with the kindness, courtesy, respect, and grace that they have given you, whatever that means. So if it means, you know, getting them a gift card, giving them just a regular card, like a whatever, give them something so that they know that they are appreciated, and that's going to go a lot further than you might think. So at some point, like I don't like giving gifts and stuff if I don't know exactly what like to get somebody. So at some point, I'm going to get something for her as a thank you for all that she's been so kind to help and do. But yeah, that's in time. Like I'll give gifts to people when I know for a fact that it's a thing they would like, and when it comes to mine and they would like appreciate it, right? So like some things in life, it's like, oh, you know, I could get you a gift, but like, are you really gonna, oh, wow, okay, sure. Okay. Are you really gonna appreciate this, you know, Market Basket gift card? Or am I just getting you a gift for the sake of getting you a gift, you know? I would much rather get people gifts when they are super meaningful to them. Like, it obviously doesn't matter. You know, it's the thought of the gift that counts, of course. But I take a special pride when I find a gift for somebody that really, really resonates. And it's a really, really cool thing to get them, you know? So these little challenges here, they can be anywhere from, like, you know, 30 seconds to a minute long, depending on your level of skill. So obviously there is no skill issue here. And I'm breezing through everything because, like I said, I have played through this before. I'm not going to spoil any of the story stuff. There isn't much story stuff, to be honest with you. You gotta get through and get to the thing. And get the... you gotta get the thing. That's it. Can I move the wall back? No. Okay. So I was curious about that before because in the other Kirby levels, you could move the wall back, remember? Maybe it's because it was a certain level of power-up that I had that it basically allowed me to do that, but yeah, I don't know. Certainly cannot do it here, and that's okay. So okay. That also did not work at all. As long as you have a semblance of momentum, you can carry that through, carry your combo through, and it works out pretty well. So the idea is that you get the biggest combo you possibly can by getting as much collision with enemies as you also possibly can. So whether that is a enemy being destroyed or a block being destroyed or something, that's the goal. And obviously, you don't need to get the highest combo you possibly can, right? There's a whole lot of ways to keep your combo going and keep the energy going. But yeah, it's helpful for sure. And you do get a little bit of an upper edge with all these little teardrop things that are around here, these little magic bits. So it does certainly help, but it is not required. What I have found is you actually get a pretty solid approach for like power-ups and stuff just by playing the game as you normally would. So don't even worry about it. Just kind of play at your own leisure, and you'll end up being fine, you know? So anyways, that's fine. I see a little somebody down here. Yeah, you. These things here. Give me that. Thank you. Okay. And I can grab that so that way I don't fail. Man, the health is just the absolute worst aspect of Magolor right here. He does get a lot more health as time goes on, but wow. It is bad here. So anyways, yeah, I decided to wear the poly hat, you know, and I want to do that obviously more often in videos. It actually has been just way too hot outside and like in the office where it's just like I don't feel like wearing a hat, and then I get hat hair, and obviously that's not ideal, but you know, shouldn't let that stop me from wearing such a wonderful crochet creation, you know? So yeah, I have a whole bunch of them actually. I have them for all the characters from the book. Well, I don't have one for Brian, which is kind of fine because I don't know if a Brian hat would actually work out nicely at all. I think it'd be kind of weird actually, so I'm not even gonna bother asking or whatever for that one. That's not necessary. Polly, Cecilia, and Cuddles are the three hats that I have. So this is Polly. So obviously he's like a bird from the front there. Really, that makes my head look really big. Just a very dome-like head for how big the surface area of the green is. It's actually kind of incredible. But anyways. There's that there. Oh boy. More is unlocked, and that is actually the boss for the area. So there is another thing for me to get over here. I'm going to go into here, upgrade the health a little bit more. I don't know why the health is the biggest thing over toward this way. You are absolutely going to want to upgrade the bomb aspect over here. I never used the magic barrier, honestly, or trickery. Well, trickery actually comes in handy when you're doing all the combos and stuff. You get more magical parts or magical little bean seed things as time goes on. So that works out pretty cool. You may want to invest in those if you want to get up to some shenanigans and tomfoolery, but that's up to you, of course. So yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot happening this week. Next week is going to be PAX East, going to one of the biggest video game conventions of the year. The first major convention for me where I am walking around the convention floor and hopefully actually competing in a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament that they're hosting at their booth. I didn't even realize this in between the time of me playing this and figuring out what was happening at PAX. They have a whole Mario Kart tournament bracket thing that opens up on Friday. So I have to sign up for that on Thursday. Hope I get access into that, and then I'd be good to go. So the prizes, I don't really know. There's going to be like a Mario Kart controller, I guess, as a reward, but there's also another reward for sweepstakes, which is in the form of a Nintendo versus chair, like a big Secret Labs chair, which is really cool. I am in need, not necessarily of a new chair, but obviously if I win a free chair, that'd be pretty sweet. So Mario Kart, I'm assuming, will have items. It'll have whatever other things that are going to make it a very spicy tournament. So that'll be what I do. Hopefully I get access to it. It's on a first come, first serve basis. So I could very well not get in, but that's totally okay. They also have Splatoon. They have, what was the other one? Smash Bros, I think. Yeah, but obviously I'm not going to play Smash Bros. I'm not qualified. Here's the Electricky Dooter. The Dooters are back. Oh boy. All right. So, yeah, definitely having the tricky combo there makes it a whole lot easier to get my combo working very nicely, and avoiding the Dooter would be very helpful here. So yeah, I'm just spamming. Honestly, this is not the way you should be doing this. I mean, I guess it kind of works out in a way. You are gonna strike the lightning down. Yep, yeah you are. Cool, okay. Give me that phase 2, baby. Nice, okay. So obviously the bomb works out really nicely, but yeah, you don't want to get struck by lightning either. That's a bad one. We're gonna do this, and then are you gonna move? Actually, yeah, you are. You're gonna do whoop. Never mind. Okay, that does not work. I thought it was going to. Nope. Okay, but as long as I maintain the combo, I should be okay. Go. Yes. So I don't really actually get that much by maintaining the combo. Like not really. Like I guess I do, but it's also, it doesn't seem like a lot. It just seems like whatever. So I don't even focus on the combo situation. That's how you get like a higher score medal. But even then, that's not like all that important. So just focus on destroying the enemy and you're good. So the Dooter is down. There we go. Another crystallized apple slice acquired. Whatever you want to call it. This thing is here. Cool. There's no Kirby celebratory screen or anything. So that's that. So yeah, I certainly plan on going to PAX East and having a good time. I'm going to take some time off before then, so that way I'm not totally drained of energy, and I'm able to go and spend 4 long days at a convention from like literally 9 a.m. until, 2 o'clock in the morning for 4 days in a row for the most part is going to be kind of brutal, but it's fine. There we go. So now there's 2 slices. And guess what? There's 2 flames. Wow. More flames, more fury. Wowie zowie. Next ability here is going to be the Magalor Surge. So you have a dash there, right? So if you do... oh, and there's also a magical beam. So when you're running, you go from one spot to the other. You can use a B to go a little bit forward. So run and then boop, just like that. So if you're walking, you can't do anything. But if you're dashing, then you can do it. So once you're moving with the little clouds right there, that's how you know for a fact you're doing something good. I'm moving right on into 2-1, and then afterward, I'm going to see what the deal is here. And you can also see that I'm phasing through reality here. Phasing literally right through all of this in the hopes of not hitting anything, which is great. It allows me to phase through enemies, which is super cool. It does not work up, though. It only works going left to right. So keep that in mind, and you do need to be dashing all the way through. So dashing right through the snow, as you would if you were a reindeer. So there you go. But yeah, PAX is going to be a good time. A lot of my friends are going. Not all my friends, but a lot of my friends are going. Going to be sharing a hotel room. So I'm going to probably be sleeping on the floor with an air mattress, because that's what happens at conventions like this. Everybody kind of piles in together to get the best experience they can. So it looks like whatever you end up getting for a combo right here is what you... Nope. Okay, I need to get up here. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, whatever you end up getting for a combo is how many little bits you get afterward, which is great. Well, kind of great in an ideal world, but like right there, you only get one, or you actually don't get anything. So maybe that's not the best plan, but that's fine. There we go. So you really got to get strategic about when you're using the X, you know, magic, whatever you want to call it there. There's a time and place for it for sure, but not necessarily all the time with this stuff, right? There's one, okay? And then you are going to be number 2. There it is. And you actually get a little bit more of a combo situation there as you are destroying them for the very first, or the last bits there, I should say. The last little bits. So there you go. Max combo 44. You can see ever so slightly that there's a silver, like, metal down there. That's all you got to know. It doesn't really do anything, honestly. You get some extra magical bits at the very end of the level there, but nothing to be too concerned about. So whatever. That's fine. Real quick, let me look into this. I'm going to upgrade my health to level 4, of course. The dash, I'm going to go to level 2 on there. Bomb is going to go up to level 3. And yeah, that's all I can do. Cool. So I'm going to try to slide down here real quick. Can I get down here? Yes, I can. So by having the surge, I believe the surge lasts a little bit longer. So that works for maneuverability. Very much so. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do this. Ooh, okay. So that's not quite it. So for this one, you got to move and then go. So it's not quite like... You're not spamming the surge. It's a matter of expertly timing it just like that, right? So you go down here, you do this, there you go. So moving with ease is your main source of everything here, right? Do this right into here. Look at that, see? Look how easy that was. Just easy peasy. Clearing out the stage in Bo Breezy. All right? So that brings me up to like over 1,000 easily. 1,100. Not bad. So Nintendo is going to have the whole versus booth, like a competitive booth. They're not showing Tears of the Kingdom. They already made that abundantly clear, which is totally fine. You know, I don't need to play the game before it comes out. I already know I'm going to buy it. I'm already excited for it. There's nothing Nintendo can do that can convince me anymore to buy a copy of this game. So I am totally okay with that. This is essentially a little tower defense section right here. So you're using your mystical, magical abilities to defend against the evil forces here. That's pretty much it. And as you do that, you unlock all of the little bits right there. That's it. Cool. Just do that over and over again, and you are locked, loaded, and ready to go. And then you're good. But I really looked at every other, like, vendor that's going to be at PAX. There's a whole lot of nothing. It's a whole lot of nothing I'm interested in, man. And you know what? That really checks out. Because for the past couple years, everything has been just whatever, you know? PAX has become a gaming convention I go to because I'm very excited to go. And I'm very passionate about it. But it is not one that I go to expecting to see, you know, the greatest game announcements or whatever. I go there to hang out with people, get a chance to see booths in real life from all these companies that I admire or whatever. A lot of that stuff, you know, and that doesn't necessarily happen all the time. So getting a chance to do that is obviously super cool. And then I get to be like, hey, listen, I'm Bobby BricksOBrian. You want to collaborate with me on a thing? That'd be pretty snazzy, right? I can do a little bit of that. That'd be great. So it's not obviously a guarantee, but that's a thing to look forward to in the grand scheme of everything. There we go. 24 wombo combo done. Get me down to here, right? There we go. Nice. I am really speeding through here, which actually is fantastic considering there's so much to do. You see this King Do over here? Wait till the health bar is filled and just use that magical laser beam. And that's going to do a whole lot more damage than you expect, right? Yeah, there we go. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of damage that's done right there. But you know what? You just maintain the energy and keep on getting that combo up to 16. Get all that right there, and you are locked and loaded, man. Call me Speedrunner O'Brien with all these levels. Breezing right through. Stage clear. Yeah, baby. That's how it's done. I got the gold on that one instead of no silver or bronze or anything. No, sorry, Bob. Nope. So there we go. But yeah, there's really a whole lot, nothing else going on at PAX that I saw. it really is a good time to like discover the next thing that you're like looking forward to, whether it's an indie game or a board game or something. Like I remember going through the process, like I was talking to somebody about like how they developed a board game. You know, how do you even pull that sort of thing off? Is that a, you know, an impossible feat, or how long does it take and whatever? And it's actually a very similar process to like making a book, you know? It takes a whole heck of a long time to make something like that happen. And, you know, you got to be sure to have the patience to work through all of it. There we go. I got one of the most important ones that was right there. That crystal gem thing, that's going to be the most valuable one that you see out of any of these that appear so far. So there we go, up to what, 2,700 on the dot. Nice. So the Mario Kart tournament, the one that's actually held by the convention itself, that one is actually being held at the same time that I have my panel with Abdallah Smash. We're going to be ranking every single Super Mario game ever. Well, ever, like most of them, like a lot of them, you know? You put ever, but it's like not necessarily ever. It's like, you know, it's close. It's close enough here. I don't know how to get that one, actually. Maybe it's from, oh, I got it right there. Okay, never mind. I guess I do know exactly. Okay, maybe not. I guess I know exactly how to get it there. You know what? But that even right there, those things, you don't even need to bother with them. It's not that many. It is not that many things to go after. You know, it's what, 10? You don't necessarily need to do that. Your time is more valuable than that. You can speed on right through. Do this. Dash in through. Yes. Just like this. Grab these down here. There we go. And I made it just in time right there. You see how, like, all those are right there? Those are the ones you're going to want to go after. The big clusters of gems, yeah. That's what's going to keep you on the up and up compared to everything else. So, yeah. No other game studios that I saw that I was super excited to see. So, you know, it'll be a whole lot of socializing, a whole lot of getting to see people that hopefully I haven't seen in a long time. Obviously, seeing Abdallah would be really cool. He has my Nintendo 3DS, so I'm hoping to get that back. He has my 3DS because he was wanting to do some gameplay himself of Nintendo 3DS games, but unfortunately, I don't think he even got to doing it. So, you know, it's literally just going to be me getting the 3DS back and hopefully doing some stuff with it, because actually the Nintendo eShop is going to be closing in a couple weeks or a couple days, actually. So getting a chance to do that before all that closes down would be pretty cool, in case I need to grab anything, which I probably don't, actually. But, you know, he's had my 3DS for, like, 2 years, I think. It's been, like, quite a long time. So, you know, it's about that time, as it were, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited to get that back. Excited to see people like him, see Abdallah himself and all that. So whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited for it. And yeah, before you go to a massive convention like that, you really got to prepare yourself. You got to be really rested and energized to go on the convention floor for all that time. It's a very lengthy process, I'll say. And it's a different level of draining compared to like being at work or at school or anything like that. It's just a lot of stuff going on at any given time, you know? Might as well go for this one here. Actually, I can't because I got to upgrade this. So I'm going to upgrade to this. That's at the max level, actually. All right. I might as well upgrade. No, I'm not going to upgrade that. I'm going to upgrade this. Try to keep everything balanced as much as possible here, because why not? There's the upward magical sphere ready to go. Okay. So this one's just really about making sure you don't get crushed, you know? I see a whole bunch of blue stuff over here. Let me snag these real quick. Let me snag these right over here. And if I fall right down here, yeah, there we go. So that works out pretty nicely. But other than that, there's PAX coming up. What's after PAX? You're getting into what, April, which is technically kind of Tears of the Kingdom area, you know? You're getting into like that time of the year. May is going to be pretty busy with that game, and I'm sure all the other things that are going to be coming out relatively soon that we don't know about yet, because I'm sure these massive game companies are like, oh my goodness, you know, here's all these really cool things happening one after another, because that's what they do during the summertime. They keep their cards close to the chest Then all of a sudden, make a whole thing. It's one thing after another. So I don't think I have any other conventions until June. Not really. So going to conventions is always fun. But like I said, yeah, very draining. So I'm trying to go to less this year. You know, I did a lot of travel in 2022, which obviously is very good because we've had like 2 years of basically not traveling a whole ton. And now I kind of went really overboard, actually. Going to all these little events and, you know, did they really work out? Some of them did. Some of them definitely did not the way that I would want them to. So, you know, keeping a balance between what things are cool opportunities, what things are worth going to, some things that you're like, you know, I don't really want to go to this, but I kind of have to. So one of the things I really want to do more of is reading the book at schools and stuff, man. It's a really cool. I was so close to getting that. So close, but so far, which is fine. But I want to do more of that stuff. It's a really cool concept to me because I get to see the reactions to Pro Gamers Guide like in real life instead of just seeing, you know, obviously people talking about it online is super cool, but I don't get to see, you know, how people react in real life, you know? So whatever opportunity I can get to make that happen is really cool. I read my book aloud to my cousin's school just a couple of days ago, so that was pretty snazzy. Before I went on a super secret trip I currently cannot talk about. That was pretty cool, and it went well. It wasn't one of the. I was definitely nervous, and I was more nervous about that than I was the super secret thing I ended up going on, because I don't know how people are going to react to the book. You know, I mean, obviously people have really enjoyed it, and a lot of copies have been sold, which I'm very grateful for. But you know, I don't know. I don't know what ends up happening, you know? They could be like, man, this book is awful. I don't like Polly the Parrot. He looks very, like, I don't know, just awful. You know, I don't like the color green. You know, there's, like, stuff like that can happen, and I don't know. So that did not happen, thankfully. Everybody liked Polly. It worked out really cool. My cousin actually read the voice of Polly, all the lines in the book, from there herself, which is cool. So now, when I go to a future school and be like, hey, you want to read the voice of the parrot? Like, yeah, of course. So that could be a cool little thing. So if you want me to go to your school or workplace, I'll go to your workplace, college, cafe, I don't know, wherever you want me to go, I'll go. So you just let me know by any means of the internet. You twiddle those fingers on the keyboard, give me an email, and you say, hey, Mr. O'Brien, I would love for you to be at my school, so that way you can tell the masses about the pro gamer tips, the pro gamer's guide. I'd love for you to do that. So, rock monster, big ol' rock monster. Hey, man. Or kind of a cheap rock monster. Yep, that's kind of essentially what it is. The fiery puffer, that's what I call myself after I'm done with Taco Bell. That did nothing. Nice. Okay. There we go. Can I maintain like a really nice combo, actually? Probably not. Yeah, definitely not. All right, well, I got 32, which ended up not being like all that much, actually. Yeah, I wouldn't even focus on the combo, honestly. Like, don't even focus on it. It ends up not being worth it, because, like, you're trying to avoid all these hits, and it's like, you know, it's whatever. Oh, you can't even do that. Okay, whoa, I managed to avoid it. That's pretty sweet. I'm going to avoid this. You can actually tell where he's going to be at. He's going to be on the bottom now. Still ran directly into him. He's going to be on the top, so just duck a little bit there. And there you go. Works out pretty swiftly. Can I do this? Actually, yes. The bombs seem to do way more damage. And even though I have the combo 26, you can't even see me on screen, which is fine. And then there you go. The fiery puffer is down. Your cool character design cannot save you today, man. You are over and done with. The coffee is still warm. The coffee is still warm. Wonderful. It's lukewarm now, but still warm. So there we go. Stage clear. That's complete. 2 levels are down, which means that I have even more abilities to unlock. It's up to 3,700, so I've made remarkable progress in 34 minutes, man. I feel like the first time I did this, it took me like 45 minutes, so I'm just lightning quick speeding my way through here. The mystical magical apple slice gets bestowed upon the core. It's kind of redonkulous that they had 1 immediately acquired. So there's not like 5 whole levels, so it's just technically 4. even though there's 5 slices, but whatever. Which ability is this? It is the spikes. These spikes stink. They are the worst ability that Magolor has, and I actually have trouble using them here. Dimensional Vanish I also don't use, so we got 2 bozo abilities. 2 big bozo abilities as I go into the next chapter of the Magolor expansion here. What do I got? What can I do? Sure, let's go Magical Sphere up to this. We'll go level 4 on the max here. Yeah, we'll do that. And there you go. Those are all locked and loaded. But I'm going to head into level 3 in the next episode. Well, you can see I did that right there. That's pretty cool. Possibly Dimension up next for Magolor. Bye.